Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends and fellows, look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given and gifted us with the talents, with the capabilities, with the potential to grow, to develop, to become somebody important, someone great. We have been gifted a lot by our creator Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But the trouble is that very few of us are able to utilize most or best of their resources, most or best of their talents, most or best of their capabilities and potential. A kind of study was conducted by certain scientists in the Western countries. They found astonishingly that there are overwhelming majority of the people, they use lesser than 10% of their energy, their their talents, their capabilities, their potential. And those who are able to utilize it slightly more than the 10% of their capabilities and talents, they become very prominent, they become really great. So it means that whatever we are utilizing and gaining from we ourselves, for ourselves, for our loved ones, for the society in general, it is too little indeed. Far better, far more can be achieved out of we ourselves, out of our talents, capabilities, and potential, dear friend. And we desperately need to do that as well. How to do that? How to do that? Or why are we unable to do what should have been done? This is going to be the topic of our today's discussion, and we will speak upon it in such a way. If you really want to reach your full potential, say goodbye to these six behaviors. If you really want to reach your full potential, say goodbye to these six behaviors. I still doubt that we can reach our full potential, but I can safely say that we can do far more and far better than what we are doing at the moment. So, how to reach most of our potential? We need to say goodbye to these six behaviors. What are those six? Let's come to know one by one. First of all, it is doubting yourself. Why to be doubtful of yourself? Once you have been given and gifted a gold mine of the talents, of the capabilities, of, of, of the resources, of the potential, why to doubt yourself? What we need to do actually, we need to become a self-confident person. We need to develop the confidence in we ourselves, in our talents and capabilities. Unfortunately, the family members, even the parents, the society in general, they are helping us a lot in creating a kind of self doubt in we ourselves. I think that we need to get rid of, and we need to avoid those people as well. We don't need to sit much with those people. We don't need to listen much. The people who are creating, who are strengthening and consolidating a kind of self doubt in we ourselves. Self doubt is a killer. We need to believe that I can develop, I can prosper, I can move forward, I can utilize and avail whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given and gifted to me. It is my responsibility as well. Not only that I can do that, it's my responsibility as well, because that is a kind of gift of Allah. So why not to avail it? Why not to utilize it? Not just for me, but for even other people, for the loved ones, for the society. Now we need to say goodbye to the self doubt. Number two, fear of taking risk. Fear of taking risk. I think that risk taking, that is an essential part of the success. Why? Because there I have seen, you have would have seen, maybe we ourselves have this tendency of avoiding the risk. But avoiding the risk, those people who are not ready to take the risk at all, they people keep developing, but at a snail's pace. At a snail's pace. We need to we need to do better. We need to perform better. We need to develop at a slightly better pace, at a bit faster pace. So for all that reason, that not only we do have to play safe, rather we do have to take the risk as well. But as for the risk taking are concerned, some of the people are doing it in a blind manner. I don't suggest you at all that be a blind person in this respect. No, not at all. But I will definitely suggest you that be very calculative, be very safe as you can. We need to do it in quite a calculated manner. We need to do it in a far better and far safe manner. Calculate well, and don't do the blind risk. Don't take the blind risk, because that is mere gambling, and we don't have to become a gambler at all. Fear of taking risk. We need to say goodbye. Number three, avoiding your problem. We all have got problem. That's life. But there is a big difference between having problem and letting them have us. So avoiding the problem and thinking like, since I do have the problem, so for all that reason I cannot develop. I have plenty of the problem. I have so many of the problem. Actually, the problems become bigger and even more bigger, because we think that these problems are bigger. And I think that if at all we start believing that my problems are smaller one, but my capability, my talents, my capacity is far bigger than my problems. This is the right approach. Then only that we will be able to solve our problem. But while we are trying to solve our problem, we must understand that I should not be make it a kind of precondition that I have to solve my problems first and go for the development then, or that I cannot develop without the solution of my problem. That is absolutely a foolish approach. All the people who are having an approach like this one, they never succeed at all. What we need to do is that we need to pay more attention, and even more attention, to the opportunities, to the possibilities, to the probabilities, to the chances. And if at all we are ready to take the chances, we are ready to identify and avail the opportunities, even prior to attempting the solution of our problem. That is the approach of the winners, because the problems are not going to go away. These will keep waiting us. But as far the opportunities are concerned, opportunities does not wait us at all. The opportunity will be lost, so we don't have to make it lose. We don't have to lose the opportunity at all. And availing the opportunity will make us stronger, will make us bigger. And if once we are bigger and stronger, the problems will automatically will become small and will leave our way. My dear friend, that is what we need to understand. So so we don't have to focus and concentrate upon the problems at all. We do have to rather focus and concentrate upon the opportunities. So that is the way of the winners. And we must understand that everyone else have the problem. Although a financial problem too, that is very very common. Not only if at all somebody is having it, there are plenty of people who are having this trouble. But even those people who don't have the financial troubles, they too have other problems other than the financial problem. So as for the problems or a human being is concerned, I think as long as a person is alive, the person will keep experiencing the problems of one type or the other type. The problem might change. If at all today's problem are different, tomorrow problem it might not. Today's problem might not be there with me, but there will be definitely new problems. So don't worry about the problem, rather look and focus upon the opportunities, because that is the way of the winner. Number 5, the attitude we have behavior we have to say goodbye. Seeking approval, seeking approval and validation from others in the form of the likes and the comments and the followers and so many other ways we need to get rid of. Don't seek approval, don't seek your validation from other people at all. That is definitely and definitely bad. Don't do that, don't do that. Now the number 6 is neglecting self care. Neglecting self care, as far seeking approval is concerned, that is actually mean that you are not confident enough. You don't believe in the self confidence. You are always looking for the approval from the other people, and this excessively depending upon the approval of the other actually mean that we don't have the ability to know and to judge the things on our own. Rather we are totally dependent upon the opinion of the other people. One thing is there, that we can seek the feedback. Feedback is something else, a positive feedback. We need to know it. We need to also discuss it with the right sort of people, and we should also listen to everyone else. But as far the decision taking is concerned, it must be our own privilege, and we must not be outsourcing it. And as far seeking approval and validation from others is concerned, that is showing that we are lacking the self confidence. Now, the sixth and the last behavior we do have to take care. It is we do have to get rid of. It is the neglecting your self care, self care, self care, self care. We are here in this world for a very limited amount of time. We are not here forever. We are not made of steel. We are the human being. We are the flesh and the bone. We are not even a vehicle or a machine. Even the vehicles and the machine, they too need to be taken care of. But as for we, the humans are concerned, we are not a steel at all. We are not a rubber at all. We are the flesh and the bones, and we do have to take care of ourselves. If we don't do that, we will suffer. And if at all we are suffering because of the lack of self care, because neglecting the self care, I think that we will not be able to stay healthy. We will not be able to stay active. We will never ever be able to realize, avail the full or the most of our potential. So I think if at all we want more quality and more quantity of the work from us, more quality and more quantity of the work from us, all what we need to do is that we need to, dear friend, we need to we need to take the self care. And taking the self care, it is not being selfish at all. And take care of yourself for the better quality of the work, for the better quantity of the work. If you want to work for a longer period of time, we do have to take a self care. And also understand that we are not just here for the work and work and work. And now there is another behavior, that is always being busy, always being busy, being workaholics, being workaholic. These people think that being busy always mean that being productive, being successful, being important. Actually, this is not the case. There are enough number of the people who are have adopted, have adopted the attitude of look busy, do nothing, while there are people who are seen enjoying their free time, their leisure time, their rest taking, their good time, and adventure and this and that. But they are far more far more effective once they return to their workplace. So if at all we want to gain and retain our efficacy, a good efficacy level All what we need to do is, we should not be a workaholic at all. That is being creating a kind of balance, striking a balance between the work and between the relaxation. There must be a time to work and a time to relax. There must be a time to work and a time to relax. So these are the six behaviors we need to say goodbye, if at all we want to, if at all we want to realize most are a very good amount of our potential, our capabilities, our talents.